Gentlemen, today we're showing you 10 ways to get any girl to fall in love with you fast. If you've been with us for a while, you know every trick to get a girl to talk to you, how to get her attention, and how to get her to like you. But today, we're not talking about that like you stuff. We're showing you how to kick things up a notch and get her to fall in love fast. Like by Friday. Sound crazy? Crazy enough to work. And because you don't want her to become the one that got away, we're also sharing the #1 thing you can do that will turn her feelings of love into feelings of disgust. So, here are 10 ways to make any girl fall in love with you quickly, and the one thing that will ruin your chances. Number 10, get busy. Look, guys, before you even think of getting girls to fall in love with you, you have to love yourself first. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is by becoming the man you've always wanted to be. How do you do that? By keeping busy. Knock things off your list. Get in shape. Run errands. Get fat stacks. Pick up a couple of skills and always be getting better. In other words, if you want a girl to look at you like a guy with long-term potential, it's got to be clear to her that you know how to get stuff done and have your priorities straight. Number 9, know thyself. Great Greek philosopher and super OG Socrates once said this: "The unexamined life is not worth living." While there are plenty of aimless, surface-level guys out there that get girls to like them, most girls aren't going to fall in love with a guy who has no direction and doesn't know who he is. You know why? Because that's not a man. That there is a child. Girls want a man who's confident, sure of himself, and won't overwhelm her with his insecurities. And to really be that man, you've got to go deep, venture where other guys won't, and do what most guys are afraid to do. Constantly question your own thoughts and actions. Seek to understand why you are the way you are. It can be a hard path sometimes. It might even get a little dark. But by taking the time to learn who you really are, you'll become more confident and slowly become the real dude girls want to end up with. Number 8, be gentle, man. There's a long-standing myth that girls only date jerks, but it's simply not true. Women may flirt with jerks, they may laugh at their jokes, but in general, they don't plan on being attracted to jerks. Make sense? It's complicated. Anyway, as time goes on, most women in the jerk phase of their dating life eventually realize the obvious. Jerks are actually jerks. They think to themselves, why was I with that guy for so long? Was I really into that? Then they realize part of them does actually have a thing for jerks, but not the mean kind of jerk. No, they now see that the guy they want is the gentle jerk. The gentle jerk is the kind of guy most women can love. Sweet, caring, helpful, but unapologetic and bold. He's like an easygoing teammate who will stand by his girl's side, but also help her stiff-arm life. Because life is like playing football. You dodge a bunch of hazards while trying to reach your goal. And sometimes you get knocked down. So it's nice to have a teammate to pick you back up. And being that helpful, reliable advocate is the gentle jerk thing to do. Number 7, speak your mind. How many times has this happened to you? You and a girl are discussing which land mammal is the coolest when she has the audacity to say African elephants. You know for a fact that Capuchin monkeys are cooler. But do you tell her that? No! For some reason, you go entirely against your beliefs and agree with her, even though you clearly prefer Capuchin monkeys to elephants. Look, guys, confrontation is hard, but it's a part of life. If you find yourself avoiding it, that's something you need to work on. Because not only are you probably missing out on some fun discussion and debate, you're also signaling to a girl that you may be insecure and a pushover. 2 things that girls do not want out of a guy who's captured their heart. Number 6, get invited to parties. Here's one you haven't heard before. Why did the mushroom get invited to the party? Because he's a fun guy! Ha! If there's one thing every girl wants to have when she's with a guy, especially from a guy she's going to love, it's a good time. So what's the #1 thing you can do to make sure a girl's having fun when you're together? Be fun to be around. Girls love a guy who makes them laugh. And it's not just because every